Yo, what's going on, guys? Chris Bonner here, Overtime Athletes. So for today's video, what I want to discuss is quickness and agility for soccer performance. How do we enhance those? Now, there's a difference between what we're going to do in strength conditioning and elevating your performance and your actual skill set with the ball and with dribbling. We're dealing more with the side of performance, strength, and conditioning that you can then translate over onto the field. And if I were to think about from my perspective as a strength and conditioning coach, what would be the most bang for your buck to elevate somebody's quickness and agility on the soccer field, I would have to go with developing and utilizing unilateral plyometrics. Now, there's a myriad of things, and it's kind of one of those questions where it all depends on where the athlete's at. We can elevate their strength, through compound movements, and that could do the trick. But for the most part, if we can focus on unilateral plyometrics and the progression of, that will tremendously increase the quickness and agility for a soccer athlete that they can then translate over onto the field. Now, when it comes to progression with unilateral plyometrics, basically I like to look at it in three different phases. Phase one, I want to focus on low-level unilateral plyometrics. This might look like single leg pogos, single leg horizontal pogos, lateral pogos. So we're working across the foot. This can also mean lateral line hops back and forth or linear line hops back and forth. In addition to that, I like to work unilateral stabilization through these plyometrics by adding a tempo, right? So if I'm doing some form of a single leg tuck jump, a single leg lateral bound, I like to add either a slow eccentric or even a pause at the isometric phase. What this does is increase stability through that single leg. The next phase, what I want to do in phase two, is focus more on force production, right? So after we've gained that stability and that deceleration, we can then focus on production. This is where we're going to add those jumps like your single leg broads, your single leg box jumps, your skater jumps, things of that nature. And then finally, in phase three, what I want to do is I want to start connecting them. This is where we're going to advance the plyometrics or the movements. We're also going to add the change of direction element, whether it be forward, then lateral, lateral, then forward, or adding various other ones where we connect these jumps. It could be a single leg triple jump, just where we're connecting and getting a little bit more sport specific to what that athlete might see on the field. And then finally, like as always, as you're elevating these unilateral plyometrics or going through that progression, you want to make sure that you're maintaining a level of skill work so that you can translate that new performance onto the field as you elevate your performance, right? So you should be dribbling and doing your skill work alongside of it through those progressions to get the most bang for your buck and ultimately optimize your performance. I hope that helps, guys. Quickness and agility for soccer athletes. I'll see you next time.